South Africa All-Star Sevens Academy taking on the Red Whalers, who are led onto the pitch by Leonard Mugaisi, better known or more affectionately known as Lord Muga. Red Whalers, very characteristic of them to bring in a team and pick loads of Kenyan players as opposed to coming in with all of their own players. More of an invitational side, put together very, very well, taking on the South African All-Star Sevens Academy. Referee calls it early. On your screen, captaining the side for the Red Whalers with the ball in hand, Leonard Mugaisi plays his rugby at Homeboys Rugby. In jersey number 15, in jersey number 10, with the put-in, Kotse for the South Africa Sevens Academy. Taking the ball up quick. There's lots of blistering pace there from the Red Whalers. Can they capitalize on it? Leonard Mugaisi with ball in hand, changes direction, just gets caught, but has enough time to just release that ball. Red Whalers held deep in their half. Paul Mutsami plays for Impala, kicking that ball just over the half. Unfortunately, not able to retrieve and get over the line. Looking to see if the Red Whalers are actually going to use some of their bigger, pacier players in this game, such as Wiseman Aganya, a big burly center for Strathmore Leos, right there in jersey number 12. Physicality is what would match up to what we expect against this South African Sevens All-Star Academy. Looking for the try line and finds it, James Pavey. James Pavey from the Red Whalers to get them across the try line first. Current scores: South Africa Sevens Academy All-Stars 0, the Red Whalers 5. With that quick pass, and you could see all the confidence from Leonard Mugaisi as he just passed the ball off to Pavey and stepped off the gas, knowing exactly what would happen. Correction, just been informed that his name is Pavey, James Pavey. On your screen, the try scorer for the Red Whalers, jersey number 11, James Pavey. One more time on your screen, you can see that he had the speed and was definitely going to get there. With the restart, once again, the Red Whalers, who are leading this game 5 points to 0. Let's see what they have. Coming in very, very physical, Israel Kalumba for the South Africa Sevens All-Stars. They have space on the outside. Do they have the speed? He chooses to be physical. Junior Bothlale chose to go for contact as opposed to looking for that slip of space on the outside. We do know that Sevens is a game of the fast eating the slow. However, when you are faced with a deadlock, you take it in physically, and that was his last option at that particular time. Red Whalers and Leonard Mugaisi looking for the space. He found it, he created. Unfortunately, they are not able to capitalize. Playing the role of the creator in this game. Leonard Mugaisi looking for all the space, trying to get that ball to the bigger players who have the pace and power. However, if they can't retain it, they're not going to be able to get very far along the scoreline. Unsuccessful put-in. The referee is going to have to call it back. Kotze with a second attempt at the put-in for the South Africa Sevens All-Star Academy. And they have pace on the outside, down the near side of the pitch. There he is, the big man, just brought down in the nick of time. Schumann Wena. And the Red Whalers just able to salvage that one at the 11th hour, because that was going to be an equalizer to put them on the edge of their seats. They maintain the lead with 5 points to 0 against the South Africa Sevens All-Star Academy with that try-saving tackle, as we have just under 2 minutes in this first half. Not the brightest of ideas. Not the brightest of decisions made within the vicinity of your own try line. Leonard Mugaisi just telling his team to calm down and take it easy, to think it through. Loads of experience playing sevens, played for the Kenya Sevens as well, has played for Shuja. Also made multiple appearances for Homeboys on the National Sevens circuit here in Kenya. James Pavey with a step and back on the outside. He has the pace. Is he going to go all the way? Does he have support? James Pavey with the offload. Are they going to go? Leonard Mugaisi with the offload. James to Mutsami. Mutsami, who is going to trot all the way across the line, doing very well to just position himself in the right area. Paul Mutsami just kind of trying to run down the clock before he grounds it and get the Red Whalers to 10 up against South Africa's All-Star Sevens 0.
Finally, having a discussion within himself and between himself. Paul Mutsami getting a center post call for the Red
Paul Mutsami going center post, positioning himself very well for Leonard Mugaisi to just offload that ball to him.
0. The Russian is successful, ladies and gentlemen. Signaling the halftime mark of this game. The halftime score: the Red Raiders 12, South Africa All-Stars 0.
Halftime scores: Red Whalers 12, the South Africa Sevens All-Star Academy 0. Second half of this match about to kick off as the Red Whalers, in their classic red and black kit, moving from right to left. Nice high kickoff. Wise Managanya just not able to get a hand to it just when he needed, and threads the needle. However, the Red Whalers seem to be on it. He's got some pace. The Red Whalers coming up. Big fend coming in from Ruan Dupriez, as the referee calls it, and hands it back to Dupriez for them to start again. Dupriez going in for the restart after the referee called it back. The Red Whalers leading this game 12 points to 0 against the South Africa Sevens All-Stars. Paul Mutsami with the tap and go. Does he have the pace to get all the way? They're hot on his heels. He has one player in support coming in. The Red Whalers looking for that try line, and they find it one more time.
Try time, Red Whalers. Stepping over, ladies and gentlemen, is Chris Ojuang.
Red Whalers extending their lead 17 points to 0 up against the South Africa Sevens All-Stars right here at the Safari Sevens at Nyayo National Stadium 2021. Jersey number 3, Israel Kalumba, finally gets over the try line for the South African All-Stars. South Africa Sevens All-Stars. He had his opportunity in the first half and just couldn't quite get over the line. But now with that big strong run, he's found the space, he had the pace, and now he has the points to get the South Africa Sevens All-Stars on the scoreboard. Austin Amense just couldn't get a hand on that jersey. Current scores: Red Whalers 17, South African All-Stars 7. Currently in the second half of this match, the Red Whalers leading 17-7. It's a 10-point lead. Austin Immense finding that space right down the middle, handing it over to James Pavey, who has wheels and has managed to get that offload on. Off to the captain of this side, Leonard Mugaisi, who's going to ground it under the sticks to extend their lead yet again for the Red Whalers. The captain's try coming in for the Red Whalers. Leonard Bugaisi taking it to 22 points to the South African All-Star Sevens 7.
As the conversion is successful, 24 for the Red Whalers. The All-Stars 7.
Red Whalers leading 24-7 against the South African Sevens All-Stars. The All-Stars desperately looking to add points to the board. A massive deficit with the clock running down. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Would need a miracle to come back from this completely. The Red Whalers just have too much pace. Just too much pace on the Red Whalers. Richard Omedo with the try there. Made it look all too easy. He's got pace to burn, and he definitely used it when he should. Down the wing and over. The conversion is unsuccessful. Pulled wide. Current scores: Red Whalers 29, South African All-Star Sevens 7. Red Whalers with the restarts. Austin Immense with the restart. Red Whalers retain it. The South Africa Sevens All-Stars unable to contest efficiently. The referee has called it. The Red Whalers are going to go at it one more time as the clock runs down during this final play. Big, strong forwards. Pace on the outside, blistering pace. There was no catching him whatsoever. A consolation try coming in from 4 Offense Maubane for the South Africa Sevens All-Stars. Getting their scores just in the nick of time out of the red zone. Current scores: Red Whalers 29, South Africa Sevens All-Stars 12. Try scorer, 4 Offense Maubane. A conversion unsuccessful from Ngweo Shabani. Ladies and gentlemen, on your screen, that last try by 4 Offense Maubane. A consolation try. However, right now, the next match on your screen is going to be the Kenya Under-20s taking on Samurai International. On your screen, Safari Sevens 2021 Pool B matchup. Samurai International taking on Chipu Sevens, the men's tournament. Of course, making an appearance for Samurai International, Andrew Amonde and Collins Injera. Tony Owor, Michael Kello,